Welcome back. Well, this is my second attempt at this video. I just realized I think I made a mistake in the last one because I put I put a very reverberant file into as an illustration. I don't think that was the right one actually, so I'm going to do it again. So this is about a room simulator using this Python routine called pyroomacoustic, which is really good actually. And I got AI to make up this little program using it, and you specify the room. Why would you do this? First of all, well, various experiments in acoustics when you're simulating things, but particularly in this noise cancelling area where you want to, if you don't actually want to do real experiments in a room with microphones, which is what you should be doing, of course. If you don't want to do that, then what you can do is next thing is you can do a simulation. So the simulation, in this case, this is all in meters, the parameters, 10 by 7 by 3. And this thing's called the absorption coefficient. So it can be 0 to 1. I'm just going to make it very small because then it's going to be really reverberant. You can sort of see it working, the reverberation working. And before I do that, I'm just going to show you the files that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use pure speech. So each channel of the stereo file is not it's not been altered in any way. It's done in, if you like, under anechoic conditions. So there's your original speech.
You became the founder of modern acoustical engineering. In doing so, you became the founder of modern acoustical engineering.
So it's got two separate voices stitched together in stereo. Now let's run this reverberation thing and see what we get. So I've got to select an output file. Oh, and even select an input. So it's going to be speech. This one. I'll just make sure that, I think the last time I made the mistake, I think it maybe reverts. It doesn't. I didn't specify the output file properly. I think I put 2 decimal points in there. So let's go again. So the first thing you see is it's produced a plan and an end view of the room, and these X's here are the two sources, the two voices from the stereo file, and the two blue things here, the two blue thingies are the microphones, which are very close together. If you want to know the height of these are the dimensions. It's 7 by 10. Looking at end on, they're stuck in the corner here, and the microphone's 1 meter up. The microphones are 1 meter up, so you can see where they are. Of course, it should sound terrible because I made it very reverberant. So let's see what it sounds like. It's so bad I can't hear anything hardly. It's just it's like being in a cave or something. So let's run it again, and this time give it some sensible things to do. So I'll browse for the audio file, make sure I don't get that wrong. And it's going to be clean stereo voices. I'm going to make the microphones instead of 20 centimeters apart, I'm going to make them 10 centimeters apart. These are the coordinates of the microphones. I'll leave the original speech. You know, there's like 2 people speaking from the corner of the room. I don't know why they would. I mean, I can move it later if need be. And then I'll save it. Overwrite that file. And once again, it draws me out where I can't really see much difference here because the microphones are so close together. You're not going to see much difference in that. So let's just have a listen to that file, which is test.
In doing so, you became the founder of modern acoustical engineering.
Oh, wait a minute, I think I made a mistake again. Yeah, I did. I made it 0.2. let's do this again. I was intending to make this 0.6. That's quite reverberant. I think that's a mistake I made the last time. I don't want to make it too reverberant. That's getting crazy. So I'm going to run it a third time here. Sorry, second time. Is it a third time? Where's this? Desktop. And it's the clean voices that go in there. It's 0.6. They're 10 centimeters apart. So yeah, 0.6 of an absorption coefficient is enough. Let's run it again. Again, similar graph there, which means not a lot because it's just where the coordinates are of this thing. Let's play it.
In doing so, he became the founder of modern acoustical engineering.
That's more like the...
In doing so, he became the founder of modern acoustical engineering.
But you can hear them mixed together. Right, let's use the noise canceller thingy and see if we can separate them. I've got it as an executable. So here's our... And this is the previous video. Let's go look for test, which is what we saved it under. And I'll just default all the rest. Process it. So this is our mixed signal that we just did.
In doing so, he became the founder of modern acoustical engineering. In doing so, he became the founder of modern acoustical engineering.
Right, now I'm going to play out the separated, if it is separating.
In doing so, he became the founder of modern acoustical engineering. In doing so, he became the founder of modern acoustical engineering.
You can hear the other one in the background, but it's not too loud.
Maybe stood on the rock. The auto stopped itself. Maybe stood on the rock. The auto stopped itself.
So I think what's happening there, initially it's not adapting quick enough, and they're sort of mixing for the first fractions of a second, and then it's separating.
Maybe stood on the rock. The auto stopped itself.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and wonder if I can increase the step size and process it again.
In doing so, he became the founder of modern acoustical engineering.
Now you can hear that much better.
In doing so, he became the founder of modern acoustical engineering. Maybe stood on the rock. The auto stopped itself.
It's not doing so well on the second input, is it? The second output.
Maybe stood on the rock. The auto stopped itself.
So when you pick the step length too high, it can distort the audio, which is what's happening here.
Maybe stood on the rock. The auto stopped itself.
I think we had 0.04 last time. Let's make it 0.02, and then we can maybe hear it kind of adapting.
In doing so, he became the founder of modern acoustical engineering.
Yeah, it's not long enough, I suppose, to make a fair judgment, but what I'm seeing there is it's gradually separating.
In doing so, he became the founder of modern acoustical engineering. Maybe stood on the rock. The auto stopped itself.
So for the first half of the sentence, you can hear them together, and then the rest, it's separating. It's converging.
Maybe stood on the rock. The auto stopped itself.
That's with a smaller step length, so there's not so much distortion. If I make it like maybe a compromise 0.087 or something like that, might be able to get something in between them, faster convergence. Of course, what I can do and what I should do is use a longer audio file.
In doing so, he became the founder of modern acoustical engineering. Maybe stood on the rock. The auto stopped itself.
Okay. Now we'll try something else. Well, what I did was I took two pop songs from the 1970s, and I made a clean stereo file out of them. So there's no reverberation. It's just a stereo file with these two songs on them, and it was I don't know, about a minute or something. Here they are here, and they're they're not mixed up as such. It's just that one comes out one channel, one comes out the other. So let's listen to that first. Okay, so you can hear Focus on one channel and Genesis on the other. And then I put it through the room acoustic thing. I moved the microphones back a little bit. I don't know why I did, but I moved it back a little bit. And then I produced a file, which is this one here. So this is acoustically mixed. You should be able to hear a little bit of both from both channels. Then I put it into the 2-channel crosstalk resistant noise canceller. I've put a very small step size because I want it to adapt. I don't want distortion. So here's the mixture, which should sound similar to what I was playing. Now here's the first channel. Second channel. Just about here, focus, but for the first time, you can hear Genesis coming through. You hear Focus in the distance there. Background. Switch to the other channel. Back again. Starts from the beginning again. I'm going to increase the step size. It might get better, but it might sound more distorted. I don't know if that was probably too big. Attacking the model. Still playing out the other stuff. Here's the second one again. You see how it sounds terribly distorted and how I hear anything. That's because I made the step size so long, so big. Coming through, but it's very distorted. Let's increase the filter length. About 100. And reduce the step size. 0.00. Sorry, that's still in the buffer, that's why I can't stop it at the moment. I don't have a stop button. That's finished now. Yeah, so I've increased the number of weights to 100 and reduced the step size, so it should be less distortion. So first output. Certainly can't hear the second one there at all. Hear the second one there. Disappearing in the background. Pretty good, very much better quality. If you listen carefully, you can hear the other channel, but it's not very loud. Being like real time. It's probably not enough, but let's just see how it performs on 16 weights, which should be able to squeeze into most processors nowadays. Although I must admit I had difficulty even getting that into a decent sampling rate, because when you've got 16 you've really got 32, because it's double, because you've got two least mean squares algorithms. Let's see how that behaves itself. Let's finish. Let's get in focus, no problem. Let's try the other one. Still here, focus. That's pretty damn good. I think you can still hear the background, the second channel. Anyway, there it is. A bit of culture for you, and just a bit of fun as well, but just some experiments there with crosstalk resistance, adaptive noise cancelling, a simulated room environment. So I haven't contrived any of the... Usually when you're doing this, when you first do it, you make up some transfer functions and you say, right, here's a transfer function, but you don't know whether it's real or not. This is going to be much closer to being real, I would imagine, because it's based on modelling, mathematical modelling of the room. So it's not a new thing at all, of course, but it's quite intriguing to see that this small canceller, which isn't based on independent component analysis, it's based on two least mean squares algorithms, and it's not even optimal, and how well it seems to work actually. Thank you.